Oh, hey. Hi. What are you doing here? I was just taking some feet pics. Hi there, I'm Katy Churchill. I am a cam model, fetish filmmaker, DIY pornographer, phone sex operator. Basically, if it's naked on the internet, you can find me there. I also cover the news for Camland Podcast and Webcam Startup, and today I want to talk to you about how to sell foot fetish content. Specifically about using subcategories in the foot fetish category to sell more foot content. We all know feet pics sell, feet videos sell, but it is really easy to get buried in the absolute flood of performers who are creating this content. It is seen as a really accessible and non-sex worker way to make money off of your body, so we're not only inundated by sex workers creating content, we also have vanilla people creating content because they don't see it as sex work, and we also have the absolute avalanche of free content out there. There is a wiki feet. It has pictures of celebrities' feet that they've gotten from movies and things. There's a lot of feet out there, because we all got them, and at least 6 months of the year, they might be out in the open. So how can you get your foot fetish content seen? My advice is to niche down to get more sales. So when you go on a site like Clips4Sale, I'm going to use Clips4Sale and I Want Clips to give you some tips on how to find categories here. So Clips4Sale, when you go in and you upload your video and you're adding it, or when you go to their site itself, there's a drop-down menu and you can start typing in and find categories that have that root word. So you can type in foot or feet or toes. And don't forget things like toes, soles, arches, because those are also things people look for, especially people who are in a smaller niche that could still get you good sales. Also on I Want Clips, when you're uploading a video, you have the 2 categories that you can choose, but then you have the keywords. There are so many keywords because most of them are model suggested. So if you type in foot, you're going to get all kinds of keywords that other performers, other sellers think will sell, and it'll give you an idea for more categories. So for me, what I know sells for me is not just plain old, here's my feet, look at them. I sell some of that content, and being in the foot fetish, or in my case, BBW feet, is fine. But those are huge categories with very different types of content in them. What you want to do is drill down into a category where there isn't as much competition. Now, on a site like ManyVids, where you're really limited, you've only got the 5 choices, and it's very difficult for customers to find you by fetish, because in this case, you are not going for customers who already have you. If someone's already found you and they like foot stuff, they're going to buy your foot stuff. What I'm talking about is finding those customers who aren't yet following you, who are new to you, who are looking for foot content. This is about bringing in new customers. And the way to bring in new foot fetish customers is by finding those subcategories. So for me specifically, I can suck my own toes. It is just a thing I can do. That is a category. Self-toe sucking, it is not called that. I usually just put it in toe sucking, which is a category. But sucking my own toes makes me different and unique and allows me to do lots of different foot fetish content that also incorporates sucking my own toes, which is a very specific fetish that also doesn't have as much competition as just look at my feet. It's similar to, if you're just put yourself in the femdom category, you're going to get buried. But if you put yourself in the specific subcategory of small penis humiliation or whatever, you're going to get more hits. It's the same idea, is you're looking for a smaller niche where you can stand out with the quality of your content, with how frequently you post, etc. It's about being seen. So look into the foot fetish categories. Look at what's in there. toe sucking, toe pointing. Did you used to do gymnastics or ballet? Your feet might be more flexible if you were a dancer or a gymnast. So you can look into things. Toe spreading. Dirty feet is a category. You want to look at those smaller categories because while they seem smaller, they are easier to stand out in. Sure, you might not get 100,000 people looking at it, but you're also not going to be buried in 10 minutes off the front page of that category because there have been so many uploads. And you can do this with anything. I'm using feet as an example here, but again, like I said, it's a similar idea with femdom. It's a similar idea when it comes to blowjobs. It's adding something special that really dials your content in to a smaller audience that is still there while it's out, ready to pay. It can be so tempting to go for the main category because you feel like that's where all the eyeballs are. But if you're getting buried in 10 minutes, if you're off the recently updated in 10 minutes or anything less than a day, you're not getting the exposure that you need. And when it comes to fetish content, unless you have a massive audience for a specific fetish on your own, a lot of your customers will be coming to you, not through you. They won't be coming and going, I want Katy Churchill's content. They'll be coming in going, I want content of a girl scratching her feet through her socks. And that's how they get into me. And then find my other content. And then they become a customer who goes, I want Katy Churchill's content. But first you got to find them. And the way to find them in fetishes is by using those smaller subcategories.